Hey guys, hi, it's Ashton. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited. I haven't filmed in my last video was like 2 weeks ago, but like how I film my videos, it's not like in the same time or like the same day I post it. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute, but I needed that time. I genuinely needed that time. But we'll get into that into the actual video. I just wanted to say, hey, welcome back. Thank you for staying with me. Hello 2022. Hello to my second video of 2022. But yeah, so pretty much this is another episode of Ashton Under Construction. And I did kind of change up the title of my video because I felt like keeping it with the title Under Construction, it was cool in the beginning, and I still love the concept. I do, because it's still genuine and real to me. But all I did was switch it up and just add my name to it because it's really me under construction. It's me rebuilding, rebranding, and getting myself to where I want to be. So in this episode, pretty much I'm going to be talking about how in the beginning of the new year, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't about to create a New Year's resolution or any goals. I say that because typically I felt like people just did it just to do it because it's a new year. Oh, I want to, the typical, let me not even do that. I'll keep it with my terms. I want to gain weight. I want to exercise more. I want to do X, Y, and Z. And it was just like, I'll start off strong. I'll go ahead and do what I need to do, signed up for gyms, went into looking about trainers and trying to switch up my eating habits, but I could never stick to it. And for the life of me, I could never understand why I could never stick to it. And that's not even just the only goal that I would set throughout the years. Hopefully my glasses, the glare doesn't throw you guys off too much. But pretty much, I would just create these goals, create these plans, and never truly stick to it. And I could never understand why. It never made sense to me. And it got to a point where I'm just like, what's the point? What's the point of creating these goals if I'm never going to stick to it? But then I also start to make the excuse of, well, maybe I don't need to. Maybe there's no reasoning behind me doing it. I'm just falling into the hype of things. But then I realized just recently, because I actually have created goals for myself for this year. So pretty much, the reason why I never stuck to my plans is because they weren't really what I wanted to do, for one, but then also I never tried to break my goals down. Like actually break it down to where I can apply it into my day-to-day life, to where I know I'm building the habits to reach my end goal. I never sat down and took the time to really be like, okay, I want to save, which is one of my goals. I want to save, but I never knew how to save for myself. Whenever you talk to people about saving, whenever you discuss it with parents, grandparents, people that try to instill it in you, probably have the most top tier saving habits, they talk about putting down buku money. I mean, you're telling me to put down my whole entire paycheck. I still need to survive. I can't do that. So I made a plan. I told myself in 6 months time frame, I'm going to put down X amount of money. I'm not going to fully disclose like the specifics of my goals because I feel like that's one thing that people should not do. And not saying you can't, but I feel like you should keep your goals to yourself, only because when you tell other people, I feel like you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. But then also when you keep your goals to yourself, you're also showing how much you respect yourself, but then also how determined you are to achieve your goal for yourself and not for other people. So I created my goals and I'm going to keep them to myself. When we get to 6 months from now, I will let you guys know what they were, what my outcomes were, the whole nine. I'm not gonna lie to you because I have them written down. I'm actually gonna be making vision boards so that I have 3 different places for them. That wall back there, in my room, and then also in my bathroom. Because I need them to be in places where I'm always gonna see them so that I know that I need to stick to them, and they're gonna be daily reminders for me. But back to the original topic. I wanted to save. And saving used to be the most intimidating thing to me. I mean, when I was younger, I could do it because you don't have that much responsibility when you're younger. But as you get older, your responsibilities change, your lifestyle change. So certain ways of saving, you can't do that anymore. You have to make sure that you're doing things that make sense to you. So I started to save and put money to the side the way that it makes sense for me. But then at the end of the day, 6 months from now, I can truly see the progression. I can see that I'm actually doing it and that I'm making a dent. Like I'm actually about this shit. So pretty much I decided that I was going to go ahead and take that step to create intentions for my life. In 2022, I feel like I truly am on the cusp of some greatness for myself. And it's weird because it's just like the energy in the air, despite if I have a bad day, if something doesn't go as planned, or I have a day where it's not bad, but nothing actually really happens, I don't feel like I'm being set up for failure. And I think it's because the building blocks that I took last year, I'm applying it to this year, but in a different mindset, with a different understanding, with a different just overall mentality of knowing that I refuse to repeat my previous years. I refuse to go through the same stuff in a different year because that's all that I've been doing. Every single year I would find myself in this cycle, this vicious cycle of feeling like I'm not living, I'm strictly surviving, and I never can have a breakthrough. Nothing ever works out. But then I realize it's because of me. I'm not doing things with the intentions of me, but then also understanding that if you want your future to be better, you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice in your now. You have to understand that you're going to have to give up things in your now so that your future self can thank you. And I had to really come to terms with that because I like instant satisfaction. I like instant gratification. I don't like waiting. I don't like the unknown. I don't like playing that game of, well, if you do this, this will benefit you later on down the line. If I can't see it, if I can't touch it, miss me with it. Miss me with it. But I realized I was setting myself up with having that type of thought process. I can't always get what I want now, especially if it's something that's big, if it's something that's really, really expensive, or that overall changes my mentality. Things just don't happen overnight. And if I want long-term satisfaction, if I want longevity with something, I'm going to have to sacrifice now so that later on, I'll be reaping the benefits of it. That's why I said a lot of my goals right now are spanned out within a 6 months time period. And the reason why I'm doing it this way, because I feel like doing something with the intentions of it spanning over a year is intimidating to me. If I'm constantly working towards something and I'm not going to know the outcome until a year from now, it throws me off. It intimidates me. It scares me because it's just like, well, how do I know that I'm actually on the right track? Or how do I know I'm really going to be able to stick to it? So I broke it up. So right now, I started my goals. I wouldn't say it's off to a rocky start, but knowing that I'm actually doing things working towards a larger goal, I find myself more motivated. I find myself more in tune to want to make sure that I do these things, making sure that I'm committing to it, because I know that come May, June, whichever month I decide to really like make my 6 months mark, I'm going to appreciate myself even more. And I'm going to find even more enjoyment in knowing that the reason why I got to this point, why certain things are happening now, is because I sacrificed back then. And don't take sacrificing as like a term of having to give up and having to be in a funk and being a depressive state and not being able to enjoy life. No, 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 no. Because that's how I used to look at it. And that's why I can never commit to anything. Sacrificing for yourself shows your commitment, your respect, your love, and your dedication for you. And that's what I'm doing for me. I realize that I can still enjoy myself with restricting how much I'm spending. I can enjoy myself and appreciate myself knowing that I'm putting money aside for me in my savings account. Me sacrificing isn't me giving up my life for somebody else. I'm giving up certain things to benefit myself, to help myself. So it's like, it's a full circle type of thing. Like, I'm still working it out and really kind of like having the right verbiage for it. But I've come to understand that everything that I'm going through right now, everything that I'm committing myself to, that I'm having a better understanding for, is for the long-term Ashton. It's for the person that I'm truly committing myself to being. It's for the person that understands that there is something greater out there for her, and I'm going for it. I'm no longer going to wait for something to just fall into my lap. Because I'm not gonna lie, in my life, I felt like a lot of opportunities that's happened for me, a lot of things that's happened to me, for me, however you want to look at it, in a sense, fell into my lap. Granted, I do work hard, but sometimes I don't put myself out there to be in some of the situations that I get into, which I benefit from. But I feel like the reason why my blessings kind of like slowed up is because I was taking those opportunities for granted. I was taking things just happening for me for granted. And because of that, it was just like life and God was telling me, oh, you're getting comfortable. You're not trying to push yourself. You're not trying anymore. You're getting comfortable and content where you're at. So, shit got shook the fuck up. Needless to say, like, my life changed. It changed drastically. And it took that to let me know, like, I need to start doing what I need to do for myself. I need to start putting myself out there and not just waiting for things to happen for me or to me. So, needless to say, that little break that I took from my last video till now, I needed it because I did not want to step into this new year the same Ashton I was last year. I want to have this year filled with intention and purpose. I want to walk in my purpose. I want to walk with intentions. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing, every decision that I make is for future me. Can't see my hand, but future me. That person is who I'm working towards. That person is who I am busting my ass for. That person is who I'm doing all of this for. It's no longer for the satisfaction of my now, the current Ashton. It's no longer to satisfy the Ashton that has a bad day today. If I'm having a bad day today, I'm not going to go and splurge on some food and splurge on something that I know that I don't need. Because once I do it, I'm only getting 10 seconds of satisfaction from it. And that's it. And then we're back in the same predicament with no change at all. But yeah. What I will say is that I'm definitely committing myself to my channel. Because that break was also to kind of see if I really wanted my YouTube. And I do. I absolutely do. And I'm going to commit myself to creating actual content that I appreciate, that I love, that I genuinely want to put out there. I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to force anything. I want it to be as genuine as possible. So with that being said, I've thought about this for a long time as far as like what direction, I don't necessarily want to say what category I put my YouTube channel in, but recently, just watching numerous videos, I do consider my channel somewhat of a podcast. Not even somewhat, I consider my channel a podcast, because my main staple on this channel and what you're going to be seeing is me having sit-down conversations with you guys. You may not see the microphone now, you may not see the actual equipment now, but my channel is a podcast that's going to have other content videos in it, like vlogs and things of that nature, but it's strictly going to be sit-down conversation. I love talking. As quiet as I may seem, I love talking. I really do. And having genuine conversations about things that are going on in my life that I feel like other people can relate to, I find enjoyment out of. I enjoy giving out advice. I need to start listening to my own advice, but I enjoy giving out advice that's realistic to people within my age realm. And I was gonna curse, but I'm not. I'm gonna calm down on that. But giving out advice to people that may not even be in my age bracket, that can take it in and get something out of it. So 2022, I'm coming for you. I ain't playing with you. Mark it. Today's date, January 22nd. Oh, and my birthday is January 24th. I'm going to be turning 28. I'm so excited. I really am. I was nervous at first because I'm just like, bro, we getting old. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy about it. And I kind of feel it in this video too, because the amount of smiling that I'm doing right now is like OD, because like my cheeks hurt. But I'm excited for my birthday, and not even like me having plans, wanting to do something, just more so just excited about knowing that I'm stepping into a new era of me, committing to myself, committing to me, doing what I need to do. Period. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I really just came here to say I did not leave. All I needed to do was just take some time out to sit down and evaluate what it is that I want for myself, what it is that I'm getting out of 2022 going into 2023. I know the year just started, but I needed to just make sure that my life is set up to where I'm prospering from it, to where I'm gaining all that I can gain from it. And I feel good. I feel good about the whole entire thing. So with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a family member, tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend, tell your mother. Ashton's here to stay. And just spread the word. Thank you. And I'll see you in my next one.